Assalamu alaikum good people. Today I'm back again with another dish, and this is called Mangsho jhul with lamb meat. And these are the ingredients that we need. First of all, onions, tomatoes, potatoes, garlic, ginger, green chilies, and cardamom, cinnamon, and bay leaves. And here is half kg, a little more than half kg lamb meat, and these are the spices, the must-have spices that we need. We are going to start with some oil on the pot, and you need about 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil is enough for this. Now you're going to fry the garlic paste. It has to be golden brown, and also make sure the oil is not too hot, so just keep it on medium low flame. You don't want to burn them, and that's about just the right color. If it goes more than that, it means it burned, so yeah, be careful. And now you're just going to add one by one stuff. And yes guys, the rest of the video, all you're going to hear me saying, stir it properly, mix it properly, and close the lid, and of course on low flame, because these are the most important things you have to do. You're going to stir quite a times here because you don't want it to burn down, first of all, and also because it has so many different kind of flavors and different type of ingredients that have its own tempo of getting cooked and fried, so you just have to keep the balance. Well, now you're going to close the lid, and after a minute you're going to take it off to stir again, and this time you have to see the onion is supposed to be melting, and use the spoon or whatever that is best to mash it, because you want it to be thick enough for the jhul to taste good. And there goes in tomatoes. Here you're going to watch me frying each and everything pretty much properly, because you need the jhul to taste, all the flavors in there. If you don't have the onions cooked properly, or the tomatoes are not so cooked enough, it doesn't taste so good, at least not in this case. Close the lid, and after a minute again you're going to check. This is the process really, till you have to add the rest off. And now you're going to add the spices, and again stir properly, mix properly, and also remember to keep it on low medium flame. Well, at this point, once you add the spices, it starts to dry off really fast, and this can make it burn also. So you're going to add about half glass of water, or maybe a little bit less, that's okay. But there you go, you stir it properly, mix it properly. See how thick the consistency had already turned, which is good. This is what we need. And now you're just going to add the meat in there, because it does take a little time for the meats to get cooked. So you're going to stir again, mix properly, and close the lid. And guys, of course you can use any other different kind of meat, it's also allowed, and at least it tastes really good with cow meat as well, but I'm a bit allergic to it, so I try not to have it too often. Well, there you go, I'm closing the lid. But basically this is where you just close the lid, let it cook for a minute, and then again take it off, stir it, close the lid. You do it just quite a few times. Once you know the the meat is well cooked, so once it starts to release water by itself, that means it's pretty much on the way. So yeah, but you have to keep stirring it in between, because like I said, it's too easy for it to burn or stick down, especially when you have a pot like mine, because and there you go, I had missed one tomato piece unnoticed, sorry. And you can see I did not add any water there, and it looks like kind of a lot of jhul there already, but of course you definitely need more. Again, you can see I'm stirring it, mixing it properly, and now you can add the potatoes, because they need to get cooked as well. It's just balancing the timings really, because potatoes won't be taking so long like the meat, so yeah, you just add them a little later. Again, close the lid and let it get cooked. And then again you just check, you know, this is just the process, goes on and on until it's ready. Now you're going to add 2 glasses of lukewarm water. Actually, if you add cold water, I think it doesn't really do a lot of damage, but I think I would actually suggest you just use lukewarm water to keep the balanced temperature, because it's already hot there, and you adding cold water, I think it works a little bit of chemistry or physics here. I don't know, guys. Well, now you're going to just bring it to boil and close the lid. At this point you can actually increase the flame a bit, but of course lower it down once it starts to boil this way. Just keep it in medium low. That's pretty much safe to say, actually, because everyone has different temperature in their stove, so yeah, you need to know the balance. Well, it's halfway through already, and you can add chopped coriander if you want to, but it's of course optional. It looks nice and has its own taste, and you're me tasting if the salt is on point. It was actually on point. I did not need to add any extra salt, which is good. So guys, this is all ready to serve, and this is the real color actually. My kitchen has a very weird lighting, so that's why it looks so very different, but here it is. So tasty and so delicious, and perfect thing for our winter days, because you know you need some spices to warm you up. Well, thank you so much for watching. This was all from me today, and I hope I'll come back next time with something more delicious and a better tutorial. I hope I'm getting better at it. Just do let me know how I did, and yeah, I hope you try. Thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz.